You're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Banga from North, and now the headlines as usual. The 5th anniversary Vietnam-India Comprehensive Strategic Partnership marked. And Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu marks 30 years of establishment. President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc chaired a meeting of the National Steering Committee on Judicial Reform on December 18th. Join us to take a look. The 14th meeting of the Central Steering Committee for Judicial Reform was held to review its 2021 activities and launch tasks next year. President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc, who is also head of the committee, asked the Party Affairs Committee of the Ministry of Education and Training to collect feedback at the event to continue perfecting its draft project on measures to improve law training quality, firstly focusing on the Hanoi Law Youth City and the Ho Chi Minh City Youth City of Law. Apart from 11 programs built by the party's Central Committee's Commission for Internal Affairs and Steering Committee's permanent agencies, Phúc asked for focusing on important tasks such as pooling resources to build technical infrastructure at judicial organs and completing a draft strategy on building and perfecting a law-governed socialist state till 2030 with a vision to 2045. Coming up now with a report on the invitation by National Assembly Chairman Vnews, who is an official visit to India.
National Assembly Chairman Vnews attended a ceremony marking the 5th anniversary of Vietnam-India Comprehensive Strategic Partnership in New Delhi on December 17. In his speech, Chairman Huệ said Indian political parties support friendship with Vietnam. Over the past 5 years, important achievements have been made in all pillars of the bilateral comprehensive strategic partnership. He also proposed the two nations work closely together to carry out the 2021-2023 action program for bilateral comprehensive strategic partnership, as well as the joint vision statement for peace, prosperity, and people. Chairman of the National Assembly Vnews received Chief Minister of India's Kerala state, Pinarayi Vijayan, in New Delhi on December 17. At the reception, Vijayan said his state shares similarities with many Vietnamese provinces and cities and suggested the sides cooperate in many farming areas like peppercorn, coffee, rubber, and fishery. Kerala can support Vietnamese localities in the fields of IT and intensive English training, the official said. Lauding comprehensive socio-economic achievements obtained by the Indian state, Huệ affirmed that Vietnam always welcomes Indian enterprises, including those from Kerala, to boost investment in Vietnam regarding manufacturing, auto support industry, IT and communications, renewable energy, high-tech agriculture, and innovation. National Assembly Chairman Vnews met leaders of India-Vietnam Friendship Associations in New Delhi, also on December 17. Chairman Huệ expressed his belief that the people-to-people exchange between the two countries will further prosper, becoming one of the 5 significant pillars of bilateral comprehensive strategic partnership. On the occasion, Huệ presented the Friendship Order to United Nations Resident Coordinator in Vietnam, Kamal Malhotra, and First Class Labor Order to Vietnamese Ambassador to India, Phạm Sang Châu. A photo exhibition highlighting 50 years of the Vietnam-India diplomatic relations opened in New Delhi on December 17 as part of the ongoing official visit of National Assembly Chairman Vnews to India. On display are 21 documentary photos by the Vietnam News Agency capturing milestones in the nation's ties over the past 5 decades, which include Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's official visit to Vietnam in September 2016. During Modi's visit, Vietnam and India decided to upgrade their bilateral relations to comprehensive strategic partnership.
Coming up now, we report on activity by Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended a ceremony to mark the 30 years of the establishment of Southern Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu province on December 18th. Highlighting the province's achievements of the past 30 years, Prime Minister Chính said the local party committee, government and people must try harder to make up for the recent losses caused by the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, striving to fulfill well the goals of 2022 and the whole period of 2021 to 2025. At the celebration, on behalf of the party and state leaders, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính awarded the Independence Medal First Class to Government and People, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Province. The same day, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính had a working session with key leaders of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Province on the situation of local socio-economic development. At the meeting, provincial leaders of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu proposed the government and Prime Minister to consider promoting key projects such as the Gai Mep Hạ Logistics Center, Biên Hòa Vũng Tàu Expressway, and Biên Hòa Vũng Tàu Railway. Prime Minister Chính basically agreed with the proposal and requested relevant ministries and sectors create conditions to support the province. Also on the same day, Prime Minister Chính had a meeting with some investors in the locality. The Prime Minister suggested investors continue to expand investment in Vietnam's fields of priority, such as in-depth economic development and green economy. Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu is situated in the southern key economic zone. It's one of the major economies and investment destinations in Vietnam. The rapid economic growth in the last decade has led the province to have one of the highest GDP per capita and living standards in Vietnam.
Over the past 30 years, since its inception, the southern province of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu has emerged to become one of the country's wealthiest localities. Besides the oil and gas sector, the province has also invested in industry, seaports, tourism, and high-tech agriculture, affirming its important role in the southern key economic region. Its gross regional domestic product, GRDP, grows year after year. Even at the most difficult time during the COVID-19 pandemic, its GRDP grew 6.1%, ranking it third among Vietnam's 63 cities and provinces. Average GDP per capita is double the country's average. Identifying transport infrastructure as a lever for development, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu has mobilized different sources to complete provincial and interprovincial transport projects. It currently has a road transport network of 4,380 kilometers. The quality of transport infrastructure has improved from 100 kilometers of asphalt road to 2,625 kilometers of asphalt or concrete roads, an increase of 25-fold. In 1992, industry accounted for 14.5%, services 62.5%, and agriculture 23%, excluding oil and gas. In 2020, the figures were 53.62%, 26.73%, and 8.18% respectively. Identified as a key economic sector, industrial production accounts for more than 58% of its economic structure. Over the past 30 years, the province industry has developed rapidly, manufacturing many new high-value products. Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu consistently implements the concept of in-depth and selective industrial development. As a result, industry continues to maintain its role as a driving force, making the largest contribution to the economic structure, gradually turning Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu into a model province for industrial development associated with environmental protection. From a few specialized ports serving the oil and gas sector and fishing, it now has a network of general seaports that are planned to become special class ports. Gai Mep Thị Vải Port has had 22 projects put into operation, with wharves totaling 9,947 meters. As of the end of December 2020, 7 container port projects with a designed capacity of 6.8 million TEUs a year have been put into operation at the Gai Mep Thị Vải Port. In October 2020, The port welcomed vessels with a tonnage totaling over 214,000 tons, becoming the first port in Vietnam and the 19th in the world to berth super large vessels. Along with seaports, logistics services have also gradually developed strongly, in addition to the network of inland waterway ports. In the first 8 months of 2021, the province attracted 17 new FDI projects with total registered capital of $216.9 million. Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu currently has 429 valid projects with total registered investment capital of $29.4 billion. Many are large-scale, focusing on tourism, seaports, and high-quality industrial production. Along with many suitable policies and thorough directions from all levels and sectors, the province's tourism sector is developing sustainably, with improved quality, seeing it become one of the 4 important economic pillars in the province. Since 2015, the numbers of visitors has increased by an average of 7.39% each year, standing at an annual average of 15 to 16 million. With revenue from tourism accommodation averaging more than 5 trillion Vietnam dong a year. The breakthrough transformation of Bà Rịa Vũng Tau's tourism sector is also evidenced by impressive numbers, such as more than 1,100 accommodation establishments, of which 457 are ranked at 5 stars and 897 rooms. Looking back over the process of construction and development, leaders of the Provincial People's Committee have always considered people to be at the root of everything. During this development process, therefore, it has always considered taking care of people's lives and improving the quality of life as the top priority. In programs taking care of quality of life, the most important thing is that people's health care is paid due attention. The ratio of hospital beds per 10,000 people has reached 20.6, while the ratio of doctors per 10,000 people has reached 8.7. Vũng Tau City has entered the top 5 most livable cities in Vietnam. This is the source of pride and honor for the people of the southern coastal city.
Travel aficionados have been appealed to the captivating charm of the primeval forest on the way to the top Da Su mountain, located in the natural border between the northern mountainous provinces of Sơn La and Yên Bái. And that's wrap up our news bulletin. Thanks for watching and see you next time.